Have you ever heard the story of the monkey and the mangosteen? It's a simple little tale, but it holds a surprisingly deep lesson that I think we can all relate to, especially in our fast-paced lives. So, picture this. A curious monkey is wandering through the jungle and he stumbles upon a fruit he's never seen before. It's a mangosteen round, dark purple, and kind of mysterious. The monkey, being a monkey, is all about instant gratification. He sees the fruit. He wants the fruit. Without a second thought, he grabs it and takes a big, eager bite right through the thick, tough skin. And what happens? Yuck, it's so bitter. He screeches. He's completely disgusted. In a fit of disappointment, he throws the mangosteen onto the ground and stomps off, angry and frustrated that his snack was a total bust. He probably went off thinking, well, mangosteens are terrible. I'm never trying one of those again. But the story doesn't end there. A little while later, a wise old bird flutters down and spots the discarded fruit. Unlike the monkey, the bird has seen a mangosteen or two. It knows the secret. The bird calmly pecks at the outer shell, cracking it open. And what's inside? Beautiful, sweet, juicy white flesh. The bird happily eats its fill, chirping contentedly, so sweet. The irony is just hanging there in the air, isn't it? The monkey was literally inches away from one of the most delicious treats in the jungle, but he gave up because he couldn't get past the bitter exterior. He judged the entire experience based on his very first impatient bite. Now, let's bring this out of the jungle and into our own lives. How many times have we been like that monkey? We start a new hobby, maybe learning guitar or a new language, and the first few attempts are awkward and difficult. The strings hurt our fingers, the words sound all wrong, and we think, ugh, this is too hard. It's not for me. And we quit. We throw away the guitar. We close the textbook. Or think about meeting new people. We have a brief, maybe slightly awkward conversation with someone, and we immediately decide, nope, we don't vibe. We judge them based on a single interaction, a single first taste, without ever trying to crack the shell and see what's inside. We might be missing out on a lifelong friendship, a business partner, or even the love of our life. Just because we weren't patient enough to get past the initial bitterness or awkwardness. This monkey mindset also applies to big life goals. Starting a business, getting in shape, writing a book. These things are never easy at the beginning. The initial phase is almost always the bitter rind. It's full of challenges, setbacks, and moments where you question everything. It's the part where you're putting in all the effort and seeing very little reward. And it is so tempting to just throw the whole project away and say, this is too bitter. It's not worth it. But the sweetness, the real reward, is always hidden inside. It's for the people who have the patience and the wisdom of the bird. The ones who know that you have to work through the tough exterior to get to the good stuff. Success isn't about avoiding the bitter parts. It's about understanding that they are a necessary part of the process. So, what can we do to be more like the bird and less like the monkey? First, practice patience. The next time you face a challenge or a frustrating first impression, take a deep breath. Remind yourself that this might just be the bitter rind. Don't make a final judgment just yet. Second, cultivate curiosity. Instead of getting angry like the monkey, get curious. Ask yourself, okay, this part is tough, but what if I try a different approach? What's the trick to opening this thing? The bird knew how to open the mangosteen. Maybe you just need to find the right technique, the right mentor, or the right information to help you crack the code. And finally, embrace the process. Understand that the journey to anything worthwhile will have its bitter and sweet moments. The bitterness doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. It just means you're still on the journey. Learning to appreciate the entire journey, rind and all, is where true growth happens. So the next time you encounter a mangosteen in your life, be it a person, a project, or a new skill, remember the monkey. Remember his frustration and what he missed out on. And then choose to be the bird. Be patient, be wise, and trust that something truly sweet might be waiting for you, just beyond that bitter first taste. Thanks so much for watching. What's a mangosteen you've encountered in your own life? Share your story in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this little bit of food for thought, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more. See you in the next one.